Hi, in this video you will learn how to create a validation form. A validation form will help you if you want to be sure that your users fill all the elements on a screen. For example, these fields of a sign up form. So I have the first name, last name, email address, and password. When you have your form ready, you need to start adding these functions. In the screen, you need to put this on load event and just put the function save local storage data. Inside this local storage data, you need a collection. In my case, I have this validation form collection, and for the identifier, I'm gonna put validation, and in this field that you also need, you can save a boolean true. So when this screen is loading, you are gonna save in this field a true. That means that this form is valid. But now when you press this button of continue, you need to put this function that is called iterate children. And for the parent container, just write a name for this container where you have these fields. In my case, I already have it, and it's called parent container. And I'm just gonna read all the fields inside this container. In every iteration, I will do the following. You need to validate with this function that is called value is invalid. The variable to validate is from the iterate children value. You are comparing that all your fields have a value. If one of these fields are not filled, you need to make a modify control. I'm gonna send this red color, and the element you need to modify is the same iterate children. The property to modify will be style dot border color. So when a field is empty, this will show like a red border, and the user will know what he needs to fill. And also you need to save the local storage data. Inside this collection, you need to save with the exact same identifier from before, that is called validation. And in this field, you need to save a false because the form is not valid anymore. So this is what it happens when every iteration it's comparing that all the fields are not empty. And finally, you need to read the local storage data and read this exact same collection validation form. And also you need to put the identifier that is called validation. So when you obtained data, you need to make this conditional. The value A to compare is valid form, and the value B to compare is a true. If this form is valid, then you are gonna sign up the user. You can just put this function that is called sign up, but in my case, I'm just gonna place this send alert so you can see how it's working. And what happens if it's false? If this form is false, then I'm gonna send this alert and say that the user needs to fill all the fields. Well, now let's try how it works. Type your first name, your last name, your email address, and for this example, I'm gonna leave it empty, this password, and press continue. So you can see that there's this alert that tells you that fill all the fields. And now let's refresh this form and fill all the fields. I'm gonna put a random password, and if you press continue, now this says sign up because you fill all the fields. That's it for this tutorial. If you have any questions, please let me know in the comments.